Hey, I made a live video I think a couple hours ago and it just didn't work. So I'm going to check it out again. Uh, this is to do another Lies of Resistance video. Just want to share the idea of resistance always comes up, and this is just one of the lies, which is if you don't know the exact steps from start to finish of this project that you want to do, you shouldn't bother to begin. And it's a lie. So let me just check that everything is working this time. I guess the previous video just wasn't meant to be. And the lighting was so good and I was feeling really good. And I remember the actual live stream, I was like really getting into flow, and I guess it just wasn't meant to be. So maybe this time there's going to be something else that I'm supposed to share with you instead. Okay, looks good so far. Okay, so lies of resistance. The other video I did, if you haven't seen already, was the lie that if you can't do it all in one sitting, you shouldn't bother to begin. And this one is kind of similar, where it's about if you don't know the exact steps from start to finish of what you're about to do, you shouldn't bother to begin. And really, I think it's a lie because it gets you stuck in not starting at all. But it feels true. It feels true because there is some truth to it. I mean, there is wisdom, and I'm totally all for planning because I love to-do lists. I love writing outlines. I love knowing all the steps that I need. And I know personally, I know that deep down it's a fear of failure, of things going wrong, of things that you just put it out there and then the video just didn't work for no reason. But the thing is, you can't guarantee that success. I mean, I love reading instruction manuals and just following everything step by step, and it just feels so much easier. But when you're wanting to do something, not even huge, even if it's just something, but something that you've been wanting to do, whether it's just to do some of your own sewing and make your own dress, or to do a painting, or whether it's to write a book, or to start making your own jewelry, or it's to whatever it is that's calling you, and you've been thinking about it and you've been talking about it and probably been asking people for opinions or signing up for courses, or just researching, Googling as much as you can, and then, which is all good. I think the trick is to set a limit to the amount of time that you do this kind of researching and getting a kind of plan down. I think it's always good to know your intentions and what it is that you're being called to create. But once you have that, and once you've met that deadline, it's actually better to just start, because clarity comes from taking the action. And then you take the first step that you can. You're basically, it's that saying where you use what you have and you do what you can, and you start with that first step that you know that you need to take. And if there was something else that you need to do, then you can go do that. And if there's something else, it will come up, because random things is going to happen, and you will come across twists and turns, and that's kind of part of the adventure of these kind of creative projects, whether it is a painting, or whether it is a book, or whether it is, trying out a new recipe. Like, even if you had all the instructions, it's still not quite exactly how you would think it does. And then that's where the creativity and the expression from yourself, just like how you could have 5 different chefs with all the same ingredients following the same recipe, but each one is still slightly different because there's something within them that came out. And the ones who really want to express their love of food, it will taste different to somebody else who's just following instructions without any heart in it. And so, the lie, knowing the exact steps, you have to know the exact steps from start to finish before you can begin, It's a lie because it stops you from beginning, and you know it is an excuse for you, and that you're stuck in this trick, that you're falling for the trick because you haven't started. If you're still talking about it and wishing and asking people and writing out lists, and then you see new things and new information and you go, oh no, I should do another course, and then you know that you've fallen for that trick and you should stop and should just start with whatever it is that you have. And so I'm sharing this because it's something that all creatives come across. Resistance is something that I'm always thinking about, you know, not just in my paintings, but now my new art that I'm doing is creating these courses. And Creativity Catalyst is my new course that I'm really, really excited about, because I was just doing the outline for today, and now being a lot clearer about what I'm going to be covering and all the different concepts. And one of them was resistance. That's why I was so eager to do the live stream, which then now the videos disappeared. So it was just meant to be for the 5-10 minutes that it was on. But resistance is something I will be exploring a lot more in the Creativity Catalyst Club. But just for now, just this quick video, I just want to recap the lie of resistance that I think many of us fall for, which is, you know, that you need to know every step. You need to know all the things that you need to do and have a contingency plan for everything, and just in case, and then before you can even begin. Don't fall for it. Make sure you just start with what you have and what you can do, what you can. All the other information that you're going to need will come up, and then you will know. So it's kind of like crossing the bridge when you get there, as opposed to planning for all the multiple bridges that you're going to need. And the reason I've been thinking about all these things is because Creativity Catalyst Club, the course, is starting really, really soon, next week, after next week, but pre-work is going to begin next week. And so it's 25 days of immersion in our creativity, and part of the creative process is facing our resistance and knowing what that is, and I guess picking up on the tricks and lies that you kind of fall for, and which we all kind of understand at the same time, which is why I'm really excited, because there's going to be a really amazing community of creatives, and we're all different in our different art forms in our creative practice. But together with that kind of focus for the 25 days, you know, I'm giving you a structure with simple prompts, you know, exercises that you can explore your creativity and open your mind and perspectives of how you could tap into your creativity and just exercise those creative muscles. But at the same time, because of that focused collective creativity, there's going to be a synergy and magic, you know, in the group that you're not going to get when it's just you and me, you know, or even just across these videos. So I hope this video was really, really helpful in terms of a lie, that you can just start with what you have. Sure, spend an hour, 5 minutes, a week, maybe, researching and having a plan. I think it's good to know what your end goal is, or what your intention is, even if you have kind of an end goal, but being open to your own creativity and to things just falling into your lap and different paths, you know, enjoying the journey along the way. But you don't need to know every exact step that you need from start to finish before you can begin that project that you've been wanting to do for a long time, or that you just keep thinking about and it keeps bugging you. Just go out there and do it. I hope that was really helpful. I hope you had a really great day, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and if you totally understand this resistance and this lie and this trick, definitely comment below. I see you resistance, hashtag I see you resistance. Like it, and I will see you in the next video.